welcome back to File Under Fire, a wrestling review podcast. My name is Brady. I am your host. Join with me, as always, is Dom
Hi guys.
and
Yep.
Abby.
What's up?
No, were you gonna say something there, Dom, or did I cut you off too soon?
Nope. I was just saying hi,
Hello.
hello. We're feeling good today.
Yeah, we haven't.
Why do you ask?
We totally haven't
Dom
been
always does.
talking for the last 20 minutes.
I had to take a poop.
A lot of things happened. Talked about CBD and
Yeah.
its
Well, also we're
contents.
friends. I know we got a kayfabe it like we hate each other.
Oh yeah.
We like to talk to each other.
Yeah, we do. We do like to talk to each other. We just always do this thing where we wait until the day of the podcast to talk to each other about anything.
It's because we're real ass motherfuckers who are awesome.
Yeah.
This week is I don't even know how. Like, I don't think there's a word I can use to describe it. Or even a phrase. Like, I don't even know how this happened. Like
We
how
are awesome.
how this grouping of matches happened. The only thing that I feel like they kind of have in common is that they're all from the United States of America. Like,
I can tell
That's
you
true.
I can tell you exactly why I picked mine. I don't want to search around for shit. I just go through my likes now.
hey, I get that. I watched two matches. The first one I watched was Joe Styles from Sacrifice, I think. Anyway, not important.
Yeah, I'm normal too. I also like one or two matches because I'm cool too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
I watched like 40 matches.
for this, to decide on which.
Well, it started that way. Then I just had so much fun watching Batista that I just kept watching Batista.
I mean, we
But
can.
also for reasons that I'll explain when we get to the match, or I can do it now.
I was gonna say
But
we can get into the
yeah,
matches in general. Always
Batista is awesome.
match this week is Batista and Ric Flair versus MVP and Edge from WWE. There's an episode of SmackDown 6/22/07. Yeah, just go let her rip, Abby. Let us get your full Batista agenda.
so this match, first of all, since you just said it, and it's on SmackDown, as Michael Cole informs us, the first time Batista and Ric Flair ever tagged together on SmackDown. And part of the reason this match is so fun is because they were a great heel tag team on Raw. I watched a ton of those matches. Their narrative on Batista is that he doesn't get good until late in his career, but like in the role he played in Evolution, there's a reason that he is like so insanely over.
Mm.
And in this match, as over as Ric Flair and Charlotte, or maybe more. Like, it's wild how much
I mean,
people love Batista.
Batista.
So it's an opportunity to see a great heel tag team work as baby faces in a hometown environment in like a send them home happy match. So I really love this, but go ahead, Brady. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say Batista in 07 is like the undisputed, like, you can't hate this guy. He has,
It looks weird to see him without the world heavyweight title.
yeah, like he has the song, the pyro. He is a dude, like his body. Like, I know, like, some people try and say like it's not a body business, and I get that, but like when you see a guy like Batista who is that fucking jacked, like, dude has like veins on his arms that are like bigger than my fingers. Like,
Yeah, he feuded with the prototype in
in the FCW, or
yeah,
was it
but
FCW?
he
I don't
looks like
remember.
a prototype.
No,
I
John
think
Cena. John Cena was the prototype.
that was
Batista
OVW. Yeah,
was
that's no,
Oh
that's what I'm
yeah,
Leviathan.
yeah,
saying.
it
That's
was
what I'm saying.
OVW.
Batista feuded with the prototype in
Oh,
OVW.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm such a
Yeah,
stupid idiot,
but he
bitch. Fuck.
looks like he looks. We love Dom.
You're not a stupid idiot, bitch. Fuck.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, he looks. He's got insane charisma. Like there's a huge connection between him and the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see why when he gets in the ring. But I started with the big stuff, and he's got a lot of good big singles matches, even contrary to like consensus on some of them. But the real fun stuff with Batista that highlights him the best to me is tags and multi-mans. I don't think he's a bad main event wrestler. I think he's a good main event wrestler. But like this match is a good example, and we get into it. We can talk about it of like everything that Batista does well, he does in this match. I watched more WWE than a man should do in a lifetime. This
Over the
week,
course of this week.
yeah, and that was the problem. I had all these matches that I was watching, and I was like, "This is the podcast match," and then something
Cooler would pop up.
so bad.
Oh
happened.
yeah, like just terrible
Oh,
commentary
would-
moments.
Yeah, like the little bastard.
Oh
was
yeah,
out.
yeah.
In the probably the most fun one I watched, but they need to go back and put that like the Looney Tunes warning that Republicans got all mad about on these SmackDowns with like Finley and JBL. So there's that. There's just a lot of like bad angle stuff.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
I thought about bringing a squash because he's got some great ones. He's got a great versus Rhino beat the clock match. He's got a great Viscera match. He's got one of the best squashes ever versus Simon Dean, which is on my squash casserole playlist. I might throw it on
Simon Penis.
yeah. But there was
Yep.
so much, and like even the big matches, like the SummerSlam Cena match, I think is a good underrated match. But like Cena, it's good in spite of how bad Cena is in it. Like locking on phantom STFUs and stuff.
Dude, his shit sucks so bad sometimes.
It's yeah.
even
But so I settled on this one, but I'm not. It wasn't settling because I do think this is a great match.
even like the thing like you're saying with the like bad storylines, I feel like the match like so this is to set up for Vengeance, where Edge is facing Batista for the title, and
Yes, and also Ric Flair is facing
MVP.
for the U.S. title.
Mhm.
Yeah. So a perfect TV tag.
And
for
the
pay-per-view.
the gimmick is so Batista lost the title to Edge, and then the gimmick going into Vengeance is that if Batista loses again to Edge at Vengeance, he will not be able to challenge for the world title as long as Edge is the champion. And so, like, in your head, you're thinking, okay, well, wouldn't it make perfect sense then to have Batista win? No, they don't. They have Edge win. Which then
Yeah.
plays in to what we were talking about last week, because this match is like 3 months prior to that Ray Chavo match I brought last week,
I
where
think MVP is the coolest ever. I just had to get that in.
yeah,
Oh, we'll talk about him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
so after this, Batista can't challenge for the title anymore. Well, then Edge gets hurt and has to drop the title, so he drops the title to Khali. And
Yep.
then that's why Batista gets thrust into that title match between Khali and Ray, so they can put the
Also-
title back on Batista.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carly squishing his head, that was real, by the way.
Yeah, we did. We deep dove that.
Oh, did
Dom
we?
asked
No.
Ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's real. No, that was real blood, by the way.
That's sick.
Are you being for serious?
Where did you guys get the notion that I talked to Rey Mysterio Jr.?
I mean,
Kayfabe.
I don't know.
Well, kayfabe, he's my best friend,
Yeah.
and kayfabe, that was real.
Yeah.
Ray
That
Mys-
was real blood, and he really got his brain squished a little bit
Ray,
to the point where blood came out.
Ray, if you ever
And they
listen to
were-
this
I
podcast,
will
we would
say-
love to have you on as a guest, by the way. Just sorry, had to get
Mhm.
that out.
Yes, please.
2 for 2 on
He has some.
inviting
Batista
people.
has some really fun. Batista has some really fun tags with Ray that I also thought about bringing, but we just had Ray last week.
There's one of like
Programming.
there's that match, the two of them against Eminem in the steel cage is one that I've been kind of waiting to bring forever and ever.
Yeah, they have a great Raw match too.
But yeah,
Just like our straight up tag.
like so we talked about Batista because like that was the whole point
This
was
is how we do it.
that was the whole point that Ob wanted to have like a Batista agenda week. But like when you look at the other guys here, like Edge is at his I think peak like of
Yeah,
being
he's still the least and does the least in this match. But he
Yeah, I
is
but
don't give a fuck about
he
Edge.
is good here. He's
he,
fine here.
yeah, he's at his peak like I hate this
He's
dude
throwing
for sure.
forearms like he's like really about that shit.
I liked seeing him get beat up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then like
he got punched in the face like immediately.
Ric Flair somehow, despite being a crotchety old man, is still like good enough.
Dude, this version of Ric Flair is so awesome.
He just throws only potatoes. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think that him looking like a 7-Eleven hot dog like highlights how physical everything he does is. You watch him in his prime and you're just watching him operate and you're like kind of in awe, but when you see him in this body like still doing that, taking those huge back body drops, throwing
Yeah,
those brutal punches and stuff, like it just really highlights how crazy physical he knows he's in the WWE TV context. He just kind of speeds everything up. Like his taunts and struts are faster. He's just playing the hits, but the hits are
it's
like going to a Tom Petty concert.
yeah, it's like a little bit faster, and it's not playing the hits, and he can't be touched. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's some of the stuff. Like once he goes to TNA, like he's playing the hits, but like he's Ric Flair. You're not gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Like here, like like you said, like he takes a massive back body drop in this, and it's like, damn, you're
He always takes this shit on his hip, bro. Probably hurts
yeah, he
the
does.
motherfucker.
That's from the plane crash. That's why he does
Wait,
that. He
wait.
won't take a flat
Oh,
back bump.
does he have like a steel hip that he's like, well, it's not gonna ever hurt?
No, he broke his back in the plane crash that killed, I think, Buddy Colt. He was on a private
Oh
plane and
yeah,
the plane
the
crashed. I'm
plane
sure you guys
crash
know that.
that
Yeah,
yeah that like almost killed him.
yeah, because he was like a big fat bodybuilder
Yeah,
before. But
That's
he,
gotta be fucking scary. Just like being
yeah,
a car
yeah,
crash.
I
Let's
would
think
imagine.
about that.
Nah,
um,
you know the scariest shit in media is when like, a car gets T-boned out of nowhere. You know when you're watching a movie or like a TV show and a car
yeah.
Yeah.
gets fucking T-boned? That shit's so scary, dude. That shit can just
Nah,
happen.
you're right. Yeah, sometimes when I'm in the car and I'm too high, I'm like not driving by the way, just passenger. I'm just like, oh damn, fuck, everything sucks.
I did so like the first note I took on this match was Batista's long entrance, so that way they could set up MVP's entrance. Because like they really let like Batista get like full song. You know, he's posing in every corner, which the
Well, this
crowd,
is about him. Even though it's Ric Flair and Charlotte, even Flair is like deferring to him.
yeah, like the crowd is so behind this dude. Like he's taking his time, but it's really just
Could you
like
not? And I don't. You mentioned the entrance. I don't even watch entrances. Like I skip entrances, dude. I
these
watched like
these
40
are
Batista entrances. I watched the entrances in every Batista match.
the thing is like these are the four like these are four all timer entrances.
It had me hyped up.
Like Flair's is
MVP gets so much
classic.
pussy.
Uh,
No, no doubt, dude. You know
the
he had a knee knocker too.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
the way he walks.
Yep.
Yeah.
and then like yeah MVPs is everybody always makes the joke of you can tell when they gave up on MVP because he stopped getting the inflatable entrance.
Yeah.
Like, but
See, I wasn't really watching during this period, man. MVP is like largely a blind spot for me. I've seen the pay-per-view matches and stuff.
have
Gone back and watched them.
you ever watched
But
any of
I
the
was like not locked into this at all. This is '07. Yeah, I was like finishing my degree and I was not into wrestling.
have you ever watched like gone back and watched any of the Matt Hardy stuff, even like the like skits or anything?
I'm sure I have like going back and watching
Seen it or
stuff
like
with
in
people.
passing, yeah.
Fun stuff with people I like. I'm looking for like crazy tags and stuff. I like TV matches, especially for this company.
They have like they kind of have a fun like they have a little bit of a feud and then it turns into like them being tag partners. And like, Matt Hardy is always a solid tag guy. And
Yeah, I like Matt Hardy.
He's a
MVP.
fucking cracker. Hashtag bitches be annoying. Whatever he types. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean that.
what was
No,
the?
it's
That
okay.
was.
He is a cracker.
He's a
What,
cracker, and also he did get hacked where it says bitches be hashtag annoying, hashtag
Yeah.
LMAO.
my favorite one of that was
We have to speak truth on this pod.
my
He
favorite
is
one
a
of that
cracker.
was shit. If I was Edge, I would have fucked Lita too.
Bro,
That's
honestly, yeah,
real.
bro. That's fair.
Yeah.
My favorite hacked wrestler tweet was when I don't know, I think it was AJ Styles got hacked, but he was like stroking my large lizard cock.
That was really him, dude. He's just
No, that was really him.
nice.
He says, yeah, he went off the he had something was up with him.
Yeah. It would be
Anyway,
cooler if he did.
yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
fucking I don't know. I'm so bad at segueing. Come talk about your match, Brady. Talk about it. What are we talking about?
Yeah, the match is this match
I
is
forgot.
like it's a lot. I mean, it's a pretty standard TV tag like format with the
Yeah.
faces going up early and then the heels getting the advantage, them working them over, build to the hot tag. Um, I wrote a bunch of notes down and like half of them aren't about moves. like
That's
uh
how you know it's good.
I
Yeah, bro. I mean,
I wrote
Batista catches MVP in the teeth with a
yeah he
throwaway
does.
kick, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, he kills him.
I wrote about Edge having lowlights in his hair that are less noticeable here when his hair is wet, but like in this era he's doing a lot of the cutting edge like interview stuff, you know? And it's so noticeable
Oh,
that he got like just was like, "Yeah, I just want some like black like streaks in my hair," and it looks so bad.
Well, all these guys look like dumbasses except Batista
um
because it's 2007
and
WWE.
also, I would argue MVP does not look like a dumbass. I think
No,
his look is
he looks pretty
timeless.
cool. He looks pretty cool.
He is timeless and awesome forever.
I'm
Yeah.
coming. Um
Edge is he's pretty good in this match. He dips when Batista gets tagged in at the beginning, which is really funny.
yeah, it's a great like chicken shit moment of like
Yeah, he's the one who turns it from the shine to the heat when he like slaps Batista in the back of the head, and Batista goes from the apron, and Batista goes after him. MVP kills him with a big boot.
yeah. And that's
And
then
yeah, I'm with you. I thought MVP looked really good in this match. He was rough,
He was
but I mean,
stiff as
I like
fuck. I
that.
liked it. Yeah.
Yeah,
they I did type something about they keep talking about like how MVP's young. Like you're like, oh, this guy is so young, you know. Like whenever Rick was his age, you know. So I'm like, how old? Because I know like MVP's not like a young guy, right? Like I know he's a little bit older. So I'm like, how old is he here? He was 34 in this match, which is the same exact age as Edge in this match. They were both born in
well, they were
73.
selling Edge as being young too, because JBL calls him the Michael Phelps of the WWE and says he's gonna like break Ric Flair's
Records.
world title record. Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like, there's so much stupid
J
horseshit
JBL
going on in the background of all this.
Yeah,
JBL
his
comment.
big ass teeth.
I made like uh I made a couple notes. He says he's talking about Flair, and he said something about how Flair was the original rated R superstar, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
except he says it all took place on Mr.
on
Crockett's
Crockett's plane, yeah. I'm like, oh no. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
straight up.
sure in '07, you know, like nobody really like thought
Yeah.
twice about that, but knowing what we know now,
Well, see,
you're
the
just like,
problem is that it wasn't just on Mr. Crockett's plane. I'm pretty sure it was on like a public international flight.
yep, yeah, sure
Yep, that shit
was.
exploded and dropped and died.
Um, that he also back-to-back weeks of JBL mentioning things that I have no idea why he's allowed to say that on commentary when he mentions Bruiser Brody and Masahiro Chono.
Well, he did that. You know, that was the thing.
But it's just like last week it was CMLL and Triple
Yeah.
A, and this week it was Brody and Chono.
Sometimes they just throw it out there that you know you got no ball. He just had to let everyone know he's smart.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that I use that term.
um, but the match, like you said, like it's you get the Edge and MVP heat. You get the Batista hot tag, And like at
Well,
this,
you get the huge Batista side slam when he catches MVP.
mm-hmm.
And then you get like a Flair mini hot tag where he comes in just throwing like punch combinations.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
when
gotta suck to his teeth. Wow.
he's an underrated puncher. I think I've mentioned that on the pod
Yes. Uh-huh.
before. Yeah, he
Mhm.
like people talk about the chops and the chops are gnarly, but he was punching people in the nose all the time.
Yeah, that was
And then
it
he
straight up to the
that
teeth a lot.
yeah, that little segment ends with the thing you clipped on when Edge spears him when
Oh,
he's going for the
spears him out of the
figure
figure
four.
Yeah,
four.
yeah, spears him like shit.
And then he's so good. Flair is so good taking and selling that beating before the inevitable and glorious Batista hot tag.
Yeah, like it's really like a testament to like Flair's veteran knowledge, you know? Like he is practiced being the heel that got beat up and or watching guys get beat up and
Well,
waiting for
he
the
got his
tag.
ass beat in every match, dude.
Yeah.
He would let jobbers beat his ass on TV for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, just to give the hot tag to Arn and let him run wild, you know?
Even in just like in exhibition matches, he's like probably the most giving main eventer ever. He loved to show ass and get and take a beating.
Yeah, just for him and then like
More heat, dude.
yeah, cuz then when he'd lock in the figure 4 like it was all the more, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like he's yelling and he's taking an ass whipping and he's selling it. He doesn't die, of course, but he throws some crazy chops in there.
Oh, I love there's a moment when he's like when Flair's getting beat up and like he stands up like trying to fight but he like falls into the corner. Like he doesn't really know where he is but he doesn't want to be laying on the ground.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Stuff like that is so
I
good.
like it a lot. Yeah.
yeah, just some heart in the middle of this sanitized context here. It's always nice to have real emotion and stuff in a WWE match. And then the way he gets to the hot tag where he chop blocks
That should look like
MVP.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
sorry, I opened it up and up.
hey, that's
You
real.
watching porn, bro?
No, that's afterwards.
um
Ugh.
yeah, the hot tag Batista just going crazy and then like I love the way that they do the finish where like Batista doesn't like get the spear and like Edge like hurdles over his spear but then like Batista still gets the spine buster
Yeah,
and
and
the
then he murders him with a Batista bomb. That was the like in every TV match I watched, Batista was killing people with Batista bombs.
so like it's the one thing I like really remember from this era which was like they always like I always just remember watching it as a kid and like being like man like Batista bombs like look way more gnarly than like a regular power bomb and I'm like all he does extra is like sit out but I think it's just
I
like
fall backwards.
I think it's just the way that Batista threw the guy down. Like it's
He
just
slams him and he makes a huge impact when he hits too. So it,
well,
it
this one
just seems
it's crazy too. This one he doesn't even sit out. He like goes to his knees.
yeah. He was just killing people, man. He was an animal. That's one of the most fun things to watch about Batista. Is it's not just when he's raw, even when he learns, you know, the WWE house style,
hmm
he's still kicking people in the head.
He's still all those punches were pretty landed flush. It was awesome. I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very fun. It was just a great TV match. Like I watched it probably I don't know 2 3 months ago or so, and it was fun then in the context of watching like the whole episode, and it was just as fun like just watching it today, just getting ready for the pod, taking notes on it. I'm like, this is everything a TV main event needs to be, you know?
It's better than the pay-per-view match that it was building to.
Yeah, guaranteed.
And I don't know if we've talked about this on pod before, but I've definitely talked about it with people. I know I've talked about it with John. Like people use the term "go home happy," "send them home happy," whatever, derisively.
hmm
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Your show should normally end with like a fun result that people like and everybody happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I know for storyline purposes you can't do that every week, but like that's like the point. That's what you're building to. Like it's good when the baby faces win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think so, and like, obviously, go home math. Obviously, it's like, oh look, well then Edge is gonna win. It's like whatever.
Yeah, it's never in doubt, but who cares?
Math?
It's not real anyway.
Math. Math. I know, not a math podcast. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Anyway, thanks for indulging me on Batista because we've been talking about this match for a long ass fucking time.
That's okay.
Batista.
Moving to guys who probably can't do math either. It is Dom's match of the week. Dom's not the guy who can't do math, by the way. It's the wrestlers. It is Kevin Von Erich versus the Great Kabuki from WCCW 5882.
I don't even think any of the Von Erichs knew numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Like they didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, they just.
If you showed them numbers, they would get mad.
Daddy, Mom
like,
wanted to protect us with God. Their daddy protected us with wrestling.
They know about wheat, and that's it.
And being strong. That's
Damn, dude.
the only way they knew how to count was in their dad's ranking of the brothers, if you believe.
They could count to 10 because you have to be able to do that to wrestle.
Really?
That's it. Yeah, well, if there's a count out or something, right? I guess you just have to know 10 is the last number.
I don't even know if they needed to do
9.
that.
You got to get it at 9.
Because the Von Erichs probably never cared about 10 counts.
I want to let Dom talk about this, but I do want to say before he starts, this is like a new favorite match. I watched this 3 times.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were really excited off of this.
Incredible.
I'll
let Dom.
Dom, I know you said that this was like just something you had on your liked videos, but like, what was your first impressions of getting to see the old Von Erich against the Great Kabuki?
Well, I found a channel that where there's many a channel that upload high quality things that you don't even really know about, and I stumbled across the one I used today, and I wanted to watch something old, and I like the Von Erichs because I know they're stiff, and I know
and also hot.
Yeah, hot and handsome, and bowl cuts and handsome. And they don't know numbers. I don't think they know math or division. Does the Great Kabuki know division?
Hell no, dude. He's from Singapore and he calls himself the Great Kabuki. He doesn't even know geography.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, like, wow, I did not pick up on that part. This motherfucker.
Did you guys watch the version that I uploaded that has the Gary Hart?
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't. I'm so sorry.
It's insane.
I did because I that is my first note on this, which was the quote from Gary Hart saying, "I only train Asians."
No, he said that's why I deal with Asians.
Wow, I mean, what a crazy
only Asians are cold-blooded enough. Because he basically says he's bringing in the Dragon, which I think is Magic Dragon, who is also an awesome guy. And Dom, you should watch some Magic Dragon matches because you'd like him.
Puff the Magic Dragon?
You haven't? Nah, that's Dom.
Dom is Puff the Magic Dragon?
I am.
But yeah, because he basically says he's bringing him in to kill Fritz Von Erich.
Yeah, like the whole thing is like it's basically Gary Hart is trying to get at Fritz Von Erich via his sons, I guess, but also not. Like,
well, no, he's explicitly threatening him like the dragon is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
We're going to fucking get a creature to kill you. We're gonna get a fucking monster.
Yeah.
And then it's awesome, Dom, because the Kabuki is there the whole time in like the samurai mask, like the smiling samurai.
Oh, that's where he got the
thing on the thumbnail.
Yes.
And he's just standing there.
Who the fuck is Puff the Magic Dragon?
You don't know
Puff the Magic Dragon is a kid's. I don't know
cartoon?
if it was a book.
Well, it's like a
Song first. It was a
yeah.
song, and then a movie. They used to show it at the museum. It's like about Puff the Magic Dragon, but like the urban legend about it is that it's about smoking weed. Even though the guy who
Oh,
wrote it has said a bunch of times, like, dude, it is not. Because the kid's name is Little Johnny Paper.
oh, get the fuck out of
And he
here!
means
That's
Puff the
funny.
Magic Dragon. Yeah.
I used
Puff
to,
Puff Pars.
I used to just watch that all the time as a kid. Like that was just like one of
I
the
do. They used to show it. Seriously, showed it at the museum in Montgomery, and every time we went to the like kids art museum. Yes, they have museums in Alabama. Uh, like 3, but they're there.
And they're all 5 miles, 100 billion miles away.
Yeah, I do. Hey, perfect time to point out the people of the South are oppressed by a corrupt political system, and they're not all bad people. Anyway,
Yes.
yes, WCCW. This fucking shreds.
Dude, this
I,
it's so surprisingly stiff and awesome and works cool.
Yeah,
Well, not surprisingly, but I was like, dang.
I
so
really
good,
didn't know
man.
what to
I'm surprised
expect
it's not
from
a
the Great
famous match.
Kabuki either.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, we know that the Great Kabuki from just the war stuff is a badass motherfucker. So I was like, I wonder what he was like during
in
his heyday.
yeah, in
He's awesome.
the
And
WCCW.
he looks as cool as anyone has ever looked. There's
Yeah,
a
he looks
moment
like a
where
monster.
yeah, where he's got because this is the claw match, right? They're just throwing on these gnarly looking claws everywhere.
Mhm.
But there's a moment, I think it's when he's got the armpit claw on, and the camera's on him, and like the hair is in his face, and his face is like half green and half red, and he's got the green hands.
Yeah, bro, it looks awesome as
He looks
fuck and
so evil,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, look,
Especially in contrast to the Greek statue, Kevin Von Erich.
Mm-hmm.
the ladies in the crowd here were going nuts
Me too,
for
bro.
Kevin
So
Von
were the
Erich.
men in at the house.
If I was in the house, I would have thrown my poop stained streak sundeed at him, bro. Take it. I had to add that in, bro. I had to be honest.
It's okay.
Not the poop stain. Um,
I had to be honest. I had to be
Yeah,
honest. I'm sorry.
as we said, we tell the truth on this podcast. We don't.
don't sugarcoat it. Yeah, you get the claw stuff. There's a as always, great Von Erich drop kick right in the mouth. Um,
Like
Dude.
every drop kick from him, like is in the mouth though. It's kind of crazy how he's so accurate and always fucks you up with it.
yeah,
Can I gush about Kevin Von Erich for a second?
go right ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna do it either way.
Yeah, feel free to jump in. He is a madman. So like, I don't
The way
think.
it starts, bro. Like, damn.
Yeah. So even in general, like we've talked about this when we had the tag on the outdoor episode. WCCW matches had like a different rhythm. It was a very unique style,
Mm,
but even within that, like you use the adjective offbeat to describe something that's different, but like I feel like Kevin was literally like offbeat.
Mm,
There's no rhythm, the typical rhythm of wrestling. You
with
never know
him.
what he's gonna do, and whatever it is gonna be like 100% throwing his full body. Like you said at the beginning, that Kabuki goes to lock up like a normal match, and Kevin just like jumps on him and takes him down
yeah,
So
and starts
he's like, oh
punching
shit,
him
I
in the
guess.
head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just immediately from the bell. He like obliterates the normal rhythm of a wrestling match,
and like
and it's like there's a point where he gets like taken. Oh, he makes the comeback and throws that big drop kick, and Kabuki's doing the thing where he like sells the effects of it because Kevin is making his comeback. And every other match in the history of wrestling, there's a beat for Kabuki to sell that and Kevin to like struggle to. He just jumps up and starts beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
fucking
It's almost
awesome.
jarring how wild he was. And it's the end of the match. He's still like, it's so believable that promo at the end. He's so fired up and he's got a black eye and a bloody nose. It's man, goddamn man, Kevin Von Erich.
Even so,
Yeah,
like,
but it feels like Kabuki was at some point. It's like I don't know how to respond to this cracker. I'm gonna just kick him in the fucking face,
Yeah, and that's what happens,
and
and it
it's
makes
the
for
best
an
shit ever.
incredible match. Yeah.
like, even in that, like, the way you're talking about it, like, that initial kind of grab to full mount, like, I think the thing that makes that so cool to me is, like, he looks like they were going to lock up, and then they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, instead he just, like, he pounces on him, and then the match just builds from there.
Yeah, it's a tone setter for the whole match.
It's very funny because from an outside perspective, you can say that Kevin looks like would be the calmest with his nice little bowl cut, but he's fucking crazy. He is an animal.
Kevin with boots here, too, by the way, which feels weird.
I didn't even notice that. That's why.
I actually didn't
See,
notice it.
it's hard. Like it's 82, but you cannot tell from watching this. That's the other thing about this that absolutely blew me away. It's 82. This shit is shot like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like, it's fuck WWE, whatever. But like, it's worth having Peacock to watch these WCCW episodes in high def. The crowd shots are unbelievable.
I like
Right?
when it cuts to the lights and like you can see like the overexposure lights left in the.
Yeah. Like the
Well,
way this is cut and like when the ref is yelling at Gary Hart, I warned him twice. It feels like a shot from like I Like to Hurt People or like an old territory wrestling movie.
yeah.
It's just immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
And the of course we said the it's wild and out of control, and it just gets more and more wild and out of control like as it goes.
Like, have you seen anyone make? Have you? I mean, just period. Have you ever seen anyone do like a random flying body scissors to like to your torso? You know what I'm saying? And then
Oh,
he's
he
just
tried
like,
to he tried to like break a hold by throwing on like it kind of reminded me of the next match. Just a crazy position like leg scissor. It's just like
yeah,
pure desperation.
it's fucking. It was awesome, and it somewhat worked.
And Kabuki does it too. Like Kevin gets the stomach claw and Kabuki breaks it by just grabbing his hair at the scalp and like yanking him back.
Just throwing him around.
Bro.
He kills him. He kicks the shit out of him like at least 3 times in the face.
I would not want to do anything with claws ever. I'd be like, oh, this just hurts, bro. I have a headache, and my stomach hurts, and now my armpits ache somehow.
Armpit claw
Thanks.
sounds shitty as hell, dude.
Yeah, bro, and then especially for you, because now your hand smells like hella armpit bo.
I was thinking about
Yeah,
that.
Kevin, they don't know math. They definitely have
Don't
never.
you know? I mean, he definitely was stinking like fucking poop.
They're busky. They're all natural. They don't use shampoo.
I was gonna say they might
Yeah,
know
bro.
how to shower, but they definitely don't know how to use deodorant. You know what I mean?
Well, they spray each other off with the garden. Oh, excuse me.
No, that's real. That's some Texas shit if I've ever heard it.
Yeah. They could have sold 1 million VHS tapes if their VHS was a thing. The Von Erich boys hosing each other off in the yard. Sorry.
I mean, no, you're right. And like yeah, bro. I mean, they were definitely stinky like hella pigs in mud, bro. All of them stunk. They never showered.
Fritz was the stinkiest one. He's
Yep.
probably been wearing those same clothes for like 30 years because he's here.
This is the new Iron Claw.
Man, I did
It's the new Iron Claw movie. That's what I was trying to say. The real one where it's exposed that they stink. They don't know numbers. They have special interviews where they go, I don't know division. I don't know it.
Kabuki comes in here talking about numbers.
Long division and shit. And I don't even believe in short division.
Numbers are Arabic.
Bro, they were definitely Shouts out to the beautiful language of Arabic though. I really like how it looks.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
it sounds.
I'm not Von Erich.
No, yeah, no, we're not the Von Erichs. That we're discerning ourselves. We're awesome.
Is the only reason we have any knowledge.
Dude,
We're not building skyscrapers with fucking Roman numerals.
Yes, bro. To all of
Yeah.
our Arabic listeners, we love you guys.
I don't
To
know.
The Von
all of
Erichs
them.
probably didn't because they were.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, bro. They were crackers, but
Yeah.
Uh,
They don't have internet. They didn't. They really
they
didn't.
really didn't have internet,
They
man.
really
They just
didn't have internet.
all they knew was hate from Papa.
Yeah. Did you
fucking.
And
notice at the end
that
when
is the case
Kevin
of a lot of people.
Kevin tries to hug him, or he does hug him, and he doesn't get hugged back. It was
Yeah, I
kind of
mean,
made me sad.
Man,
yeah, fuck you,
the
Fritz.
Hug your
last
kid, man.
the last thing I wrote was Iron Claw made me and Fritz von Erich hater.
I haven't
Like,
seen it, but I mean I know the story. Yeah, fuck that guy.
well, like yeah.
He's pretty good here punching Gary Hart in the face.
Oh yeah, him and Kevin are great at attacking Gary Hart randomly. It's very funny.
Gary Hart is an ugly, ugly cocksucker.
And like
You should watch the shoots from like 20 years ago where he's got like one tooth.
That sounds
Or
awesome.
his book is actually great. Like it's like Hogan level bullshit, but
Mm.
he was everywhere. And but like his backstory, he makes himself out like a Chicago gangster. It's pretty cool. Good.
That sounds amazing.
I would recommend it. You can't find it, but the PDF is there. It's actually rare. It's like a super rare piece of wrestling memorabilia, the Gary Hart book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they did like one run of it and nobody bought it, and then it gained
And
the
that,
rights like a Velvet Underground album or something, except it's wrestling, so like why would we reprint it? But
gotcha.
yeah, so if you're ever in a used bookstore, just take a peep for the Gary Hart book because they go for like $1,000 on eBay.
Talking to the two guys that go to fucking comic book stores. We already had this conversation earlier this week. We don't
Yeah,
read real books.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try. I'm gonna
I like
try
comic.
soon.
I've read a fair share of comic books in my life. Dude,
Um,
did you guys know Portland has a bookstore that is one city block?
What the
what?
fuck?
I need to go look for the Gary Hart book there.
There you go.
I actually, that sounds really fun. I would probably
A
like
whole
to
like a
Oh,
explore.
whole city block, like the
visit me, bro.
long and wide.
Go to Powell. Yes, it's called Powell City of Books. It's 4 stories, and it's a city block.
That's
That
nuts.
is that is awesome as fuck.
Yeah, I need to go look for the Gary Hart book there.
Do they have graphic novel?
Yes, absolutely.
Go,
Oh, fuck
going
yes.
there to buy The Watchmen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually like insanely intimidating because you walk in there and you're like, okay, now what? Like, where do I go?
Yeah. Sometimes I walk into stores and I'm like, I knew what I wanted, but now there's so much things I forgot.
That's me in the comic book store. I'm just like,
Yep.
I look at the
Yep.
new releases and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, whatever. I don't really know anything. And then I'm like,
Yeah, I never fucked with the comic book shop.
I like look
I
at all
just
the long boxes of comic books. And I'm like, I don't even know where the fuck I should start.
yeah, I just
Look at
downloaded everything because our local comic book guy in Auburn was like an insane person who would go, perform monologues at the city council meetings and
yeah,
was like 60 and drove around in a Bugatti and like
yeah, like like
my
insane
friend
car.
Allison worked there and he hit on her. He was just like a crazy guy and like every time you ordered something from there, dude, it would be on insane back order. So I was just like all my comic consumption
Was online.
almost online, yeah.
That's completely
My
fair.
wife has some cool physical stuff. And I have the last issue of Ex Machina and the first issue of Transmetropolitan, but that's like it.
That's honestly so fair and real though. Those are
Anyway,
good books.
wrestling. This match
Yeah,
is
wrestling.
cool. It ends in a
Sorry, I'm
DQ.
the one talking about comics.
Yeah, we
They
did
have
it.
that on their
We would
bingo
never
card.
see the day.
We did it. We did it, gang. Um, yeah, it ends in a DQ. King Kong Bundy comes out when when Fritz is
With
like,
hair.
yeah, with hair when he's like beating the shit. Fritz is beating the shit out of Gary Hart, and yeah, then
With hair.
Bundy comes out and then Kev goes out, saves his dad, and then they start attacking Kevin, and it's good. The promo afterwards is like a real nothing burger.
I thought it was great because he was like, he's so amped. He's got so much adrenaline. He like can't formulate sentences. I thought that was. I mean, it's emblematic of how he wrestles. I'm sure that's like legit because he wrestles like he is just on like the most insane adrenaline high of all time.
I wonder if that shit broke his fucking like orbital. That was like right on the button.
I mean, he
Dude,
does.
he's got a nasty black eye. Did you see that still?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes,
he does.
black eye and bleed. The blood would have probably made me pass out. I probably would have been like, oh fuck.
They did like Fritz says in the promo that he has a broken nose.
Oh, I mean, fucking definitely. A lot of things is gonna be broken.
Yeah.
I think that was the first one. The first what they called a thrust kick.
Oh, got him on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really confused on where the fuck the blood came from. I was like, huh? Like,
Well, it appears after he takes the second one, so it's probably that one, but that first one is just as gnarly.
yeah, them calling them thrust kicks was very funny to me though.
Loved it. Kabuki
Um,
was great here too. I don't want to undersell Kabuki, but like Kevin
Kabuki
Von
beat his
Erich,
ass pretty well.
yeah, but yeah, like Kabuki is basically here as like the heel, beat up the Von Erichs, and then like he is like the means to get to the end, like you were talking about when they're gonna bring in the dragon.
because Asians cold-blooded enough.
Yeah, that's so fucking stupid, dude. All timer
America.
stupid talking moments on this episode.
Death to America. And
Uh,
butter sauce.
Butter
sauce?
sauce?
You don't like butter noodles?
Nah, bro, that's just it was a stupid Family Guy joke. It's the only one that really makes me giggle.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say the Family Guy bit I like.
Yeah.
Mine's a Kool-Aid Man bit.
I like Sneakers O'Toole also. Wait, okay, we're gonna have to look this up before pod. Make sure nothing we said is offensive. Sneakers O'Toole offensive.
We didn't mean to say anything offensive.
Yeah, we're not. It's you know.
We're stupid.
No. Oh
This is
no,
a wrestling podcast. We're
yeah,
very
the
stupid.
joke with Sneakers O'Toole is just that he likes his shoes. Okay, so we're
Speaking
good.
of saying things offensive, is my match of the week, which
Sneakers
is
O'Toole.
Low Key versus Samoa Joe from Ring of Honor 10-5-02. This is a fight without honor. This is Samoa Joe's debut in Ring of Honor, which I didn't know that. Like, I didn't realize that, but it makes sense, I guess, you know?
The bleach hair
He's
gives
still
it
got the
away.
blonde hair from the Z1.
Yeah, they even hold up a Z1 flag at the end of this.
Yeah,
And
well, that's a Z1 match.
they keep referencing that it's that like they keep talking about Japan, like he's won matches with this move in Japan. This is
I
Was this
wish.
2002? I was eating that shit up.
Yep.
you could have
fair.
convinced me you were in this crowd and I would have believed you.
I never went to the Murphy Rec Center, but this is a historic Ring of Honor building. I was 17 in 2002, so I was aware of Ring of Honor. I think I've mentioned before on here how I group Samoa Joe in like the second group of Ring of Honor guys. Like in my mind, I don't put him with Loki and Christopher Daniels and AJ.
Yeah, which
And
makes
Paul
sense
London.
because like even though
But he's here in 02, but like I will say, I didn't have this DVD, right? Like these DVDs were like $20 a piece, and I was in college. And shit, at this point it was VHS tapes.
and you're in high school.
Well, I was in high school, and I was reading
which
on
is
PW
worse.
Insider.
Oof.
But when I got to college, I started buying tapes. But I remember reading about Joe after having already seen like the very early Ring of Honor stuff. But since you're not buying every DVD, and this is a big one, but after this, he kind of works his way up the card. He was the guy that I read about a lot. And in my mind, he was like the most beast wrestler of all time. And then I saw him like physically, and I was like, what?
What?
This guy? And then the match started, and obviously he was like a fucking beast.
Yeah.
But that sort of ties into our pros and cons later. But I had a false first impression on Joe. But this was his, as you said, his first Ring of Honor match there after a 0-1 run. And this is fucking awesome.
Which I don't think I've ever brought any of his early 01 stuff, but like
I know
that
you're a big
stuff,
fan.
yeah, that stuff is really cool because he's just like here he even though it's like only like a year later, he kind of has a bit more of an idea of like what he does, if that makes sense. Whereas like
Uh-huh.
the stuff he's doing in 01 in like 01, he's just doing it all. He is doing everything he possibly can. So
Well, he's coming
Didn't
from the WWE developmental system, so that's probably a
yeah,
product of that.
didn't he do almost like a five knuckle shuffle type fucking thing where he does like a little shimmy and then drops it?
He had a big feud with John Cena in what was that shit called? UPW,
oh yeah, is that the
the California,
PU.
the California
yeah,
Fed Developmental Fed,
before
but
you
they let him go.
mhm.
Yeah, and he went 0. But he does. I wanted to know, and maybe you guys may or may not know, he does the Otani face wash here. Obviously, that's like a signature Joe spot. I wonder if
Uh-huh.
he was doing that before he did the Fire Festival, or if he saw Otani do it and was like, "Oh, that's fucking beast."
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean it's also the problem with like a lot of that or like a lot of the really early Joe stuff, it's hard to find. Like he really is. It's harder to find his stuff until like this when he starts getting put in ROH and starts going up the card because so much of ROH is available. Um, but
Yeah, you can watch it all now, but I do. Yeah, I do. At the time, it wasn't like I'm sure like Bix was buying every show, but
yeah, but like
most people weren't watching every Ring of Honor show.
a lot of his like 01 stuff and then like any of the kind of California indie stuff he was doing, like that's all like probably stuff just lost to time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, probably.
The 0-1 stuff is on tape if you.
If you can
I think
find
it's
it. Yeah.
yeah,
You probably gotta track people down.
Pay for it
it's
or
out
something.
there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
This match starts off pretty insane too. Like, with
MMA,
yeah, that's so.
MMA.
In
Yeah,
fairness,
fucking. I
That's
hate
not
those
Gabe,
two motherfuckers.
right?
the
Gabe
cop,
sucks. I
yeah,
probably wrote Gabe sucks 14 times.
Gabe. I didn't write Gabe sucks specifically, but I did quote a bunch of things from commentary where I was just shitting on Gabe, which we'll get to one of those in a second. But like the match, the way the match starts with the damn like short headbutts like on the ground, just like
Fucking
immediately the
awesome, man.
crowd is like into it. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah, and
are.
you see that more now, but you definitely like it is corny how they keep talking about MMA, but like this is the start of in America, seeing guys start with the MMA like guard type stuff,
Hmm.
instead
Uh-huh,
of
uh-huh.
locking up.
And like you get a very early. This is not sports entertainment, folks. And I
Yeah.
was just,
Oh, shut up,
I hated
bro.
that so much. Yeah, that took me out of it.
oh, dude,
Pissed
I
me
was like,
off.
shut the
No, why even
fuck
bring
up.
that up?
They were doing that all the time
We are not
because,
WWE guys, please.
yeah, that's
But I mean, you don't have to sell your identity as like the
not.
antithesis to WWE. Like that's very obvious from what you're doing,
Y-
right?
Yeah, like you're
Who do
doing
I,
this, like you have the code of honor, you
yeah,
have,
you have to seek this out.
yeah, and
It's
like,
not like people who are watching this were like WWE fans who just stumbled upon the October 5th, 2002 Ring of Honor tape
yeah.
from the
Uh-huh.
Murphy Rec Center with like 100 people there.
Now, granted, I would say like the crowd that they have is pretty decent
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
for.
And they love their standing ovations. This is like a Broadway crowd.
Yeah, they're standing up like a lot. And I was like, damn. But like you
And
said,
that's
like
that's fair.
the people that were buying tickets to these shows, the people that were buying the DVDs, were people who were reading every newsletter, spending all their time on wrestling forums and all that stuff. Like that's
Uh-huh.
Yeah, WCW was dead.
ECW was
ECW was
dead.
dead. And WWE was Katie Vicking its corpse.
Oh god.
And so, like, if you're people were seeking an alternative, and this was sold as that. So, like I said, I was reading. I wasn't a Meltzer guy when I was younger. I never really read the Observer. I didn't
You're
like
not a
the
Meltzer guy
website.
now. When you was there
No. But even like as a
was there a
from
time
the
in
era,
between where you like were a Meltzerite?
maybe when I came back to wrestling and like was like, okay, I will check out the Observer because I do think it's valuable as a historical document and all that. But like at this time, I was reading PW Insider with Dave Scherer and Mike Johnson, and they were huge. You know, Dave Scherer's they're Philly guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Scherer's a Jersey guy. Shout out Bruce Springsteen.
Yay!
And that it's so funny that website still looks exactly like it did in 2003, by the way, and it's also just as infested with malware.
And
But
porn, probably, yeah.
yeah,
Yep, of course.
but I was reading that and the Torch. I was not reading Meltzer, but like PW Insider was Ring of Honor was treated like ECW, the way they covered it.
Yeah.
You know,
Which,
same way they covered ECW. So
in fairness, at
it
this
was
point,
this
it
was a
was.
hot product among people who were on the internet.
I think like this was kind of the natural transition period. I mean, obviously that's why it was created. You know, like we all know the history of fucking ROH, or at least I would hope you do. And if you don't, I'm not gonna explain RF. Um, but like that was kind of the idea that this would be.
Let's never do that.
Yeah. That like
Kill
the
yourself.
the idea is um this would be like the transition point for the people who were like diehard ECW guys, that they were like, you know, they didn't want to see the big bad wrestling. They wanted, you know, guys who didn't fit the mold. They wanted all that. And like these two are guys who did not fit the mold. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, Loki small, Samoa Joe, as I said,
Loki's
not somebody when you see him that he's not Batista.
yeah,
Mhm.
like Loki is like small guy, kick pads,
Kind
as
of nerd energy.
as we have figured out, definitely a huge Puro nerd. Um, like if you thinking about it, like if somebody would have done Mongolian chops in 2002 WWE, like people would have been like, "Huh?
Oh yeah, the
Like
fuck is that?
what did you just do? That looks stupid." You know what I mean? But like
Well, that's kind of what Samoa Joe did when he got hit with the Mongolian chop.
I do love that like that kind of through line of this match where like there are times where Loki really like does like take Joe out, but then there are some things that he does to Joe where Joe just kind of like eats it and is just like, man, like he is the coolest. Like that's why I brought this, right? Is this was my
he gets
Samoa
the
Joe.
shit beat out of him uh with like huge slaps to the back of the head, stuff that looks like it would legit like fuck you up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And kicks, and he just does like a stumble cell. He doesn't go down until he takes a capo kick, and even that is like a stumble cell. And he does. Gabe says they go toe for toe,
Yeah, toe for toe. I was like, you
which
fucking dummy.
is fucking stupid. What does that mean? But like it is, as he says, I wrote it down before he said it. This is like the first time in Ring of Honor where
Uh-huh.
somebody just levels key in like a strike exchange.
Yeah. Yeah, cuz I mean Loki to this point like first champion, um built, you know, as this kind of like not unbeatable monster, but like he is the mountain
Yeah,
you
he's
have to
the man.
climb.
He's Joe before Joe
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
in Ring of
like
Honor. Not without the insane win streak, but yeah.
yeah, he is but like exactly. He is the Joe before Joe. Um the only reason he's not champion is because he got
He
outsmarted.
got screwed by the prophecy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which like it is kind of crazy to like hear them talk about like a lot of that um kind of
But
early.
Gabe has to say the name of every show, so you'll buy the tape.
Yeah.
This is just like when Loki got his ankle twisted and unscripted.
I'm glad that you had that exactly as how he said it.
Yeah,
Also, naming your like I don't know what this show was called. I didn't look it up. Um,
I think it's Glory by Honor.
is it? Here, we're gonna do some live research on Pod. I I looked up
We're going Phil Schneider mode.
I
What an awesome name.
like
Phil Schneider.
Glory by Pooper.
Samoa Joe. Here, we'll just go to
I'm running that material.
I don't know,
No, I like
man.
that.
Yeah,
I wrote
Glory
it
by
down.
Pooper is pretty good, man.
Glory by Pooper. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty solid. Yeah, this is Glory by Honor.
Some things are timeless.
Thank you, guys.
This is Glory by Honor, but like,
So the first one, obviously, because this is 02.
mhm.
I think at this point, like, almost every Ring of Honor show had been at the Murphy Rec.
I mean, I can.
We're still pretty early.
Yeah, I mean, this is. They talk about. I know they talk about it in the CM Punk and Samoa Joe like shoot one where they basically say like, you know, like Joe's on like whatever it is, like the sixth show or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he's on like the seventh show, and then I think Punk is on like the eighth or ninth or something like that. Like they're both in there pretty early, but
Same way though with him. I put him in that second group. They're together in my mind in that
Definitely.
second cadre of Ring of Honor guys. Even though it's a small difference,
but yeah,
I don't think of them with London Styles, etc.
looking at it like
I love you, Paul London.
Unscripted is really like the first like stupid ROH show name of a company that would start to have a lot of stupid show names. Like
Gabe sucks.
like
Yeah, Ring of
ROH
Honor.
Epic Encounter.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Tradition.
Gabe is
ROH Tradition continues.
When's that? Is that in 02?
No, that's 03. That's like a year after
Speaking
this
of
one.
that though, why I get that you want to market it as a fight without honor. And it is like insanely stiff, as we haven't hardly talked about, but I'm sure we will. But like they don't do anything outside the code of honor here except not shake hands.
Yeah, they just
There's nothing extracurricular.
like I is this like the
They don't even leave the ring.
Is this
It's all in the ring.
Is this the first time? I mean, I can look obviously, but this is probably like the first time they use that as a stipulation.
I would assume that the Michael Shane Paul London thing came first. Yeah.
I'm like looking very quickly.
Yeah, shout out Paul London again, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Paul London. But
Hey, Dom, did you watch that Austin Aries match?
No.
Oh, I did actually.
Was it good?
Yeah, it's actually pretty solid.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
Looking through it, by the way, I think this is the first one. I'm not gonna like dig too far because I really don't give that much of a fuck. But
yeah, fair.
Just click the stip on. Yeah, it was.
Oh, I didn't even think of doing that. Fuck it, whatever.
The next one is shit.
Is it Paul London, Michael Shane?
No, it's Homicide versus Trent Acid.
Oh shit! Well, when is the Paul London? Is that even?
I don't know. That's not
honor?
listed out here. So
I'm thinking that's a different step. I'm just a stupid bitch.
Dom.
Yes.
Stop it.
You're right.
Love you.
I'm an awesome guy.
I was muted last week when I went on my whole rant about.
Yeah.
People only listen to this podcast for Dom, but we know.
That's yeah.
You're our superstar. Dom.
I could explain how that happened, but we'll keep it kayfabe here. But yeah, get back to the match and stop cage matching the podcast. Like you said, man, this match is like ridiculous. Like they just do everything stiff. Like
it starts with the group check. Clearly, they went out and said, "Let's have a 0-1 match."
Yeah,
because it's immediate. The slaps that Samoa Joe is throwing would knock me the fuck out.
Yeah, my head would fly off my shoulders.
My jaw my chin would touch my ear, and I would be fucking unconscious.
Joe gets that like single leg crab, and it's like he's trying to touch Loki's foot to the back of his head.
He goes pretty rough, yeah.
Like
there's like an arm submission he does later where I was like
the arm bar. Yeah, and I definitely wrote that down where I was like, I feel like Loki's elbow's bending a little weird, and I was like, and that's amazing.
Yeah, there's a point in the match when they go to the ground stuff after the first MMA style submission
Hmm.
that Gabe calls, which is like a Yave maneuver.
Yeah, when he's like on
That
his
you get
back
your
but
neck
has the arm
broken.
bar.
Yeah.
His back, some
If you
fucking
did that in a fucking UFC match, you would get your neck broken.
yeah. They would just slam you right in the
Yeah.
forehead. You die.
It'd be a
He says
shoot
that
Death
Gabe
Valley
says,
driver. Like
yeah. He says they've kicked each other, they've chopped each other, they've punched each other. And that's a good summary for the first like 10 minutes, which is not
not
a derogatory statement
yeah,
at all.
it's not an indictment or of any
Yes.
like, and like you said, we get the Joe boot scrapes, which is to me like that is a Samoa Joe spot. But funnily enough, so like that's a Samoa Joe spot, but when I think of it now, I think of Yakuza J. This is
Really
Yeah.
nice.
Perfect.
because there's that match.
He is an Airsats Kmart Timu Samoa Joe.
There's that match with him versus Combination Kid. I think I brought that to the podcast. I don't remember if I did or didn't, but
That's
there's
right.
there's that match. We need that's a good reminder, by the way. We need to probably we need to do. We've been talking about this behind the scenes. We need to bring on like a bunch of guys that like we've gone a little while without having a guest on the show, and like there's guys we want to get on for the first time. There's guys we want to
Bring in Nancy.
bring back. You know, like we may go on a little bit of a run of having some guest episodes here and there. Um, but yeah, bringing Ethan back and doing another backyard episode, I think would be a lot of fun.
Oh, but
A
he
lot
doesn't
of
want to.
fun.
He doesn't want to do a backyard episode. He wants to do a
Oh
gang match episode.
yeah,
Just
I remember
Ooh.
that. Yeah. Even regardless, I'd still love to get him back on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Especially now that we kind of have a bit more of we kind of got this podcast thing down a little more. He was like on like episode like 5 or 6 or something like that. He was on really
Yeah.
early.
It's pretty early.
So like, um, but yeah, there's that match, and he does like the boot scrapes to Kid and that, and like he like if you think Joe's boot scrapes in this match are rough, like he does them worse in that match, and I love it.
that's an Otani maneuver to me, but I'm old.
Yeah.
Once again, this
Not
can
to
He
agree.
just right after that he locks on an STF, and John Cena should watch it to see how to.
yeah.
To actually do that maneuver. That
Once
is
again,
his
playing
finisher.
into
That's when I turned off that SummerSlam match.
leading on to the
When the
pros
hard
and
cam,
Conors
yeah, yep.
for later. We're really teeing that one up. Um, the dude, that's like side suplex from Loki, where he like
Dude
just
kills the dog shit out of him.
drops him on his fucking neck. Don't we get a like I'm vaguely remembering it. I didn't write it down. Don't we get like a replay on that too? Like from the hard cam
Did you
angle?
watch the one that I uploaded, or did you
Yes.
watch the one that's on YouTube? Okay, I don't know if that was like a fuck up in the file. I got it from the Schizo Mega.
Because it came from a different angle.
Yeah, I mean it could have been. It could have been them experimenting.
And
I don't.
but
That
that's
was
the
like the
thing is,
craziest possible way to do that, but
like in
the
ROH
sound stays synced up.
and yeah, and an ROH like replays in general feels weird to me. Like post like TV stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I went on Cage Match to look and kind of do some background on this. Did you see when you were looking at events that they had TV tapings?
Yes, I literally just saw that.
did?
Like,
I've never heard or seen that.
I wonder if we
But
could.
it was
I
like
mean,
in 2002. Let me look up exactly what it was. Sorry, we're going Phil Schneider mode again. But it was called like
high impact.
High Impact TV. Yeah,
So
I want to know where that is.
from the looks of it, it looks like it's just stuff from like the early ROH shows just repurposed.
But no, they have taping dates,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they have.
and one of the main events is like Masato Tanaka versus Akuto Hidaka or something like that. It's like there's some crazy sounding
So
stuff.
like
That's
the first main event is the first like ROH main event. It's the
Well, they must have been taping auxiliary matches for it because. Oh no, I'm looking at it now. It all says this match was taped on. Yeah, you're right. So who was getting that? Who was getting? Must have been the Northeast only.
Well, it says
WGTW
WGTW
Channel
Channel 40.
48.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Google it. Yeah, we are going full Phil Snyder mode on this.
Burlington, New Jersey. Dom, stand up.
We had Ring of Honor on TV, bitches. Which I mean, I wouldn't know. I probably wouldn't have watched that. I would have been like, I want to watch like Kung Fu Panda.
It was '02,
Are
Dom.
you
You weren't
alive
even
yet?
alive yet. Yeah.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, you're right. But I was. That's why I was saying, in case I was, I would just want to watch like.
Yeah. Also, I think now I would probably rather watch Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want. I kind of want to watch
A
Kung Fu
Donovan
Panda.
Morgan match.
Yeah, like there's definitely some of those matches where it's like it'd be cool to see them and like see how they were presented to like a TV audience, like for the novelty, but I would not want to watch like a bunch of them. I would watch like
Uh-huh.
one of them and be like, okay, that's kind of neat, and then never
Yeah.
watch it again.
I would like to see it. You guys remember when Samoa Joe stood up out of the Dragon Clutch attempts and
Yes,
Valley
and
drivered Loki?
that shit was awesomeness and good
Should have been
wrestling.
a fucking offensive lineman, dude.
So
You
yeah,
gotta have some glutes on you to do that.
Yeah.
I read my notes go. Joe powers up from the choke and hit up to his shoulders and hits a DVD. And then the next note is Island Driver looks less mean than DVD, but still a cool move.
It's
Because
still a very cool move.
Yeah.
that's the Island Driver is when we get the he's won tons of matches with that move in Japan. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had to get Japan and you
Shut
stupid.
up.
All
Oh,
11 matches he's had in
in
Zero
the
01.
one where he lost all of them.
all of them, yeah.
But then they go into the finishing stretch, and can I say how much I appreciate it? Like I know, like I flipped through some of the cage match reviews because I was curious, and people were complaining about how the finish comes out of nowhere. I thought it fit the fucking match that they were having that Loki just hit a kill shot because he hit. I don't want to see a bunch of fucking kickouts.
Yeah. Like and
Like they're throwing bombs. He hits 48 Kawada kicks directly to
dude,
Samoa Joe's nose,
the like last
and
one
then
too.
donkey punches him.
The
Yeah.
last one too, when he's like, because like Joe is like standing up from the Kawada kicks, and the last one where like Key just high kicks him still
High
straight
kicks
in the
him in the
fucking
mouth.
nose. Yeah,
It's
dude.
fucking awesome. It is very cool.
Yeah, and then like he's like punching him in the head, and Joe just folds, man. Like he folds.
That's it's a very good finish. Just like clotheslines to the head. Looks like he really got knocked the fuck out.
Did you know by this point, by the way, he's Samoa Joe is being billed as King Joe in 01?
Yeah. Early 01 is nuts, but we love
Forgot
it.
about that.
I would like to watch some of that stuff. I've
And
watched.
they after the match, even though Joe, I don't know if we mentioned, he's the hired assassin for the prophecy to murder
Yes.
Loki. They
Just
shake
like
hands,
Great Kabuki.
and they yes, yes, and they
Yes.
unfurl the 01 flag
Of course.
because they both had 7 matches in 01.
But Joe had
Some of those
18 by
Loki
this
01 matches are good.
by this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah, Loki had less. He had just done his. I think he's like between 01 tours here.
Dude, guaranteed this is the best match on this entire show. Have you like?
It is a 14 match card.
Dude, some of these just look.
One of the matches has Insane Clown Posse, and the main event is Doug Williams versus Christopher Daniels. This is like in the middle of the 14 match card.
There's a match on here that is Tony Mamaluke versus James Mariotto, which is Lil Guido, for the winner earns rights of the FBI gimmick.
Just like
Tommy Rich.
sure.
They're too pussy to bring in Tommy Rich.
There's a 8-minute Texas death match with Steve Carino and Rudy Boy Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's not very good because I thought it would be good, and I watched it. Good. It was pretty boring.
This match is sick. Yeah, it's unfortunate that this is like this is like stuck in the middle of a lot of shit. But I
The
mean,
crowd goes crazy for it. Like they're on their 14th standing ovation by the time the
yeah, I mean, they're
it's
standing
all
up.
from just because they're killing brain cells.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's a beautiful match. I really did like genuinely just love getting to watch it. Like I said, the other I watched Joe versus AJ. I think it was like a TNA sacrifice match. I don't remember what year, but like that one's a bit that one's a bit more of AJ-ish stuff. Where this is kind of a good one because it highlights both of them. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're killers. Killers.
Whereas like the other one, like you get a lot more AJ stuff, which something happens in that match that we will come back to later with the pros and cons. Once again, trying to really tee that one up.
He asks great questions.
He
Um,
does ask good questions.
Teeing up the next segment on the show, it is time for Dom's Animal Corner. Dom, tell us about sloth bears.
So you guys might have seen sloth bears without even realizing it, because they're based. That's what Baloo is. That is Baloo.
Which
Baloo from the Jungle Book.
real quick sidebar before we get too deep into sloth bear lore. Brady lore. I loved Blue as a kid. Like that was my
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Anyway,
They're very cool. Very cool. I like
Works.
it.
He's a cool cat.
Mm-hmm.
Cool bear.
They eat like a lot of fruits and stuff. They eat nuts. And they're
I saw one at the New Orleans Zoo, and he had a big ass jar of peanut butter, and he
Ooh,
had a super long tongue, and he had like his whole snout in that jar of
yes,
peanut butter, and was like
yes.
going to town, man.
wouldn't
They
you?
got long, long, long tongues. Some sloth bears.
Abby,
I think it's they slurp up honey with that and stuff.
Abby, are you a
They're that
crunchy
type.
or a smooth peanut butter guy?
I'm a smooth guy, 100%.
I keep smooth in the house for the kids, but I prefer crunchy. But I don't care because peanut butter is a delicious treat. I'll eat a big fucking spoonful of peanut butter,
I will. Yeah, I
crunchy
eat that
or
shit
creamy.
right from the jar. I don't even care.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's protein, bro.
I am more of a
Shout
smooth
out George
guy.
Washington Carver.
I'm
Yep.
more of a smooth guy, but if we're being entirely real, I'm like I'd rather just have straight peanuts than peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
They well, they're not as nice as Baloo in real life because they primarily are like they're like eating, like I was saying, honeycombs and fruits and various insects with their long tongues and stuff. They're in an area. They're found in like India and stuff like that part of Asia. They're in direct competition with fucking Bengal tigers and shit. So they'll fuck you up. They're always on. They're literally always on guard because Bengal tigers are huge. They will even kill the bears down there. They will fuck those bears up.
Hmm. I
I
mean,
bet.
I believe it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've
So yeah,
like when you see them at the zoo, like they are similar in size. You know, like I think everybody just thinks of bears being huge, but like when you consider how big a tiger is, you know.
no. I mean, like the tigers are definitely, I think, bigger at this point than the sloth bears and tigers in general. Oh, I can't believe. Have I talked about tigers?
I don't think so.
This is just like the cage match game.
Yeah. Have I talked about tigers? Who knows?
Are you googling? Are you googling that? Have I talked about like tigers?
I mean, you could just search it in the Discord chat. Um, like in the.
Oh my god. Well, you're right. Let me tell. Oh, it's just gonna be all tiger mask.
Oh yeah, true. I forget that how many times we've
Tiger's mask.
talked about Tiger
No.
Mask,
Oh,
Tiger's
I
Mask.
did talk about tiger because Avi's birthday and Auburn Tigers.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. This is true. This is true.
We
This
don't
is
talk
true.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little rough for you right now, isn't it?
No, well, it's fine because once you get to the point where you want to fire a coach, that stuff is just as fun to talk about as like when you're good.
Is when you're
It's
winning.
the in between period that sucks
Yeah.
when you don't know. But once you get to the point where you're like, let's kill this guy and
Mhm.
hire someone new, those are fun conversations. So it's fine. We've gotten through the bad part.
Um.
He free should die.
Mhm. I agree.
Hey, I get it. We lost to Alabama this week. I will now join
That
you, and
sucks.
I will now join you in being an Alabama hater. I used to like to just say Roll Tide because it was funny to like not piss you off because I know it doesn't actually, but like it's like a funny thing to say to you, you know. But now I am anti Roll Tide, where I'm on the other end of it.
I'm glad you joined the rest of the civilized world.
I doubt Blue from Jungle Book is a Roll Tide guy either.
Hell no. He's probably an LSU fan.
He's probably a fan of honey
Yeah, that makes sense.
and fruits, like I was talking about. Yeah, this will be on the quiz when it's the animal quiz.
Oh, but there's an
Don't
animal
aren't
quiz?
bears? Oh, shit, I got
I don't
this.
know.
Aren't bears one of the species that will like eat fermented fruit?
I
Blue,
think. Well,
blue is probably fucked up, dude.
do you know there's a lot of documented cases. I've seen there's a lot of you get a lot of like even TikToks of women being like, I had a lot of I had like fermented cherries in my
Dude,
yard and a squirrel ate them and got drunk. That's awesome.
sloth bears in India, for example, are regularly accused of getting drunk on fruit.
Fuck
What?
yes.
Obscura, yeah, so they are. So
That's crazy.
So life is awesome.
yeah.
The bears can get drunk off fruits, so they can safely get drunk.
Yeah.
Probably, I mean, it'd probably be better to get drunk off of fruit than like straight
Did you ever
alcohol.
see the Did you see the thing? It was like an athlete, like an Olympic athlete, got arrested because they like recorded themselves giving a vape to an orangutan. It took a fat ass hit from the vape.
I
I,
bet it did.
I
Yeah,
I
bro.
haven't
It was
seen
like, what
this,
is
The
but that's
this,
very
orangutan taking
funny.
a blinker.
bro? It like fucking crazy. Obviously, you can't do that, but that thing took a fucking gigantic rip of
Listen,
that nicotine.
you should never do that, but also that's pretty funny.
It's a little. It is it is funny. I
I
can't
mean,
lie.
it's an orangutan. Like, come on, it's fine.
Yeah, like it'll process it.
Haven't there been
There,
primates who've gotten
there,
addicted to cigarettes?
there have been several cases of
Yeah,
primates that are just like, I actually think I quite enjoy this smoking thing, and they just
yeah.
do it, and they like French inhale the shit and everything.
French inhale
Not
and everything.
Homo sapiens primates, because obviously,
Yeah, obviously us.
yeah. But like chimps and stuff, I'm pretty sure there've been cigarette smoking chimps.
Two
There have been
2 weeks
cases
in
of
a row
chimps, gorillas. Yes.
we've talked about
Like
primates.
chain smokers.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Talking about what? The Von Erich boys
no.
hosing each other off?
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about that whole time.
That's in the extended cut of the Iron Claw. I genuinely this is a total fucking diversion, but I genuinely like wanted that movie to get like a director's cut because like
I've never seen it.
I mean you might like I don't know like for you it's probably not as like the things aren't gonna hit as hard in the movie because like you know what happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for the regular person, like it pisses them off because they don't know that every single one of them
Maybe.
dies. Like, but like,
A normal, well-adjusted person who doesn't know about the Von Erich family from the Dallas, Texas wrestling territory of the 80s. Yeah.
yeah. But like the problem is, at least for me, was it was just like it felt very poorly paced because it would just be like it was like death. Carrie loses his leg. Death. Death. Mad. Nothing. And you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, look, here's Kevin and his kids are grown up and uh, they're asking their dad about how he used to be a brother and he's not a brother no more.
But I would probably cry.
Oh, you'd still cry, yeah. It's
I know I would.
the emotional
I
stuff
love the
still
crime movies,
hits.
dude.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's good.
Speaking of
Yeah.
cry movies, that's what I've been doing every week after we play this next thing, the cage match game.
Yep.
It is
You're really.
it is Aubie's pick this week. Aubie is in the lead with 4 points. Dom's 2 points. Me, I finally got a point last week, but we're still at that one. Aubie, give us the overall rating for your wrestler.
5.86.
Oh my God, 5.86. Terry Taylor. I don't know.
No, not Terry Taylor. I bet he's higher, sadly.
Yeah, well, yeah, because everybody's just like, oh, the greatest utility guy fucking ever, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like all the bullshit.
This is King Kong Bundy.
Is not King Kong Bundy, but good guess.
Yep. Give us the first review.
All right. The first cage match review. Let me make sure I've taken all the proper nouns out. This is a 9.0.
Oh my God.
And it kind of gives you the temperature of the rating. This low rating seems very silly, considering how many years they spent as an absolute beast, throwing around opponents with ease and just generally being a blast to watch. To be sure, they had a few bad years toward the end, but most of their career is very impressive, and they were so popular in the late 80s that they were considered to beat Flair for the world title.
Oof. Throwing guys around.
Is it his brother? Is it Kerry Von Erich?
It is not Kerry Von Erich, but that's a fantastic guess.
Fuck.
Damn, that's actually a great review for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't Kerry beat Flair?
Yeah.
He did, but
That's why I
yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah. Well, you said considered, so that's why I was.
Oh well, but the shit. But if he beat him, that means he was considered.
That's also true.
Yeah, they didn't just do that shit.
Throwing guys
Cheap.
around. Big late 80s. Shoot. I'm trying to think of territory guys now. Magnum TA.
Not Magnum TA. All right, next review, 5.0. They had a pair of decent singles runs in 1988 to 1989 and 1991. But outside of that, their singles career didn't amount to a whole lot. As a worker, they were okay, but they needed an opponent willing to be thrown around in order to have a good match.
Is this like is this like? Oh my! There's gonna be like so many fucking people. Is this Psycho Sid?
It's not Psycho Sid.
I'm also struggling with that, like, because it could be so many people. I'm trying to think of guys that, like, threw people around.
Singles runs in 88 to 89 and 91.
Ooh, I don't know years like that.
I don't either.
I was emphasizing the singles part.
um,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Tag
I'm
wrestler.
assuming, yeah, it means it's a tag wrestler. Uh, is it There's a guy that got split up. What? Yep. Is it? I'm trying. Fuck me, dude. This is
He's a stinky ass
Road
fart.
Warrior Hawk. I don't know.
Not Red Warrior Hawk, but that's a good guess too. All right, last review, 6.0. Had a unique look and was a legit mat wrestler and could do the power stuff and suplex guys like Vader. Started going downhill in the Russo era WCW.
Is this Rick Steiner?
It is Rick Steiner.
That was my other.
Damn.
That was my other thought, but then I was like, oh no. I was like, this is.
I was like, maybe this is a Steiner, but no way Scott Steiner's rated that low. People love him. That I was like, oh, Rick Steiner.
I was thinking Rick when I said like when I.
Outrageously low rating, by the way.
I was thinking Rick when I said Road Warriors, because I was like, those were the two guys in my mind, were the Steiners and the Road Warriors. But I was like, no, I was like, because I couldn't really think of a time of like Rick being a singles guy until like later. Like you know what I'm saying? Like until like Scott is like Big Papa Pump.
The 88 to 89 is before Scott got there. Rick is the older brother,
Yeah.
and and he would have been a single star. He would have. He was super over.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
then Scott gets there and it's natural to put them
Yeah,
together and then they're even
yeah,
better as a
and
tag team.
they're so good as a tag team. But yeah,
Makes sense. So Dom gets 1 point.
point to Dom.
That means he is 1 point closer to
My
Aubie's
one
lead.
measly point, yes, I need it.
Um, moving on, it is time for the teased pros and Connors. Before we do Connor's email, did we get any other emails?
We did not.
I
Let me double check
kind of
to
figured
see
this.
if we got any while we were recording, but almost certainly not.
Kind of figured as much. I think everybody
But we did
kind of at
not.
this
Yeah.
point just is like waits for pros and Connors. I think they get the gimmick.
Yeah. Why? I mean, he's asking great questions every week. So,
Yeah,
Um,
that's the go.
yeah, give us the pros and Connors for this week.
all right. Pros and Conors. Number 3. Hey, File Under Fire dudes. On this last week's pod was kind of an important match for me. The Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Guerrero match was almost certainly the first time I had ever seen a Rey Mysterio match. Something we've talked about on pod before. Universal experience.
Mhm.
It was probably also the first time I had seen an I Quit match. So that got me thinking about first times in wrestling. What are some of your important first time viewings in wrestling? It could be your first time seeing one of your favorite wrestlers or favorite moves, or a first time viewing one of your favorite matches that feels significant. Also, are there any first times that created a false first impression for you? For instance, maybe I thought all I Quit matches heavily involved a steel chair after my first I Quit viewing. Thanks for the great pods, guys.
The
Thank you, Connor.
the real statement there is that you thought all I Quit matches would be good from here on out, which is not always true.
Not
Um,
always true at all.
so to build off of I Quit matches, for a long time I thought I Quit matches were like you had to quit the company because they did.
Yeah, bro, me too.
Well, because they would do that sometimes. Like that was a majority of the time in WWE how they would use that gimmick was like you were quitting the company or quitting the brand, when it was like brand split era, was like that was the gimmick was that you were quitting the company and not like just giving up in the match. Which is like I feel like it kind of makes the stipulation have a bit more weight in that
Yeah,
regard.
but as it existed in the territories, it's an embarrassment to say I quit. It's like
Hmm.
saying uncle, in that super macho but also homoerotic universe.
I mean, that is pro wrestling, what you just described. Super macho,
Exactly.
but also homoerotic. Um, I mean, you said you had some first timers that you really wanted to speak
Well,
about.
I have some. I don't know how exciting they are. I remember my first time watching ECW, Hardcore TV, after seeing it in the TV guide. Uh, and the way I've said this on the first episode, but the way it worked where I was from was it came on at 10, which meant immediately after uh, early on Raw was over, and later Raw and Nitro were over. So
Mhm.
that is seared into my brain like sitting in the 7-inch space between my bed and television, the volume turned down, watching ECW. Um, I think I talked before about an Amazing Red, that Amazing Red versus the Briscoes highlight video,
Mm-hmm.
seeing Ring of Honor and being like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, what is this?
My first Japanese match that I bought off of eBay, um, on a VHS, and it was just marketed as the greatest match ever, Kawada Misawa. Uh, Watched that some bitch like 100 times, but that opened up a new world to me. Uh, seeing a Japanese wrestler in person for the first time.
Was that a
Incredible.
Kobashi?
That was Kobashi.
That's
I
kind
think you can
of that
have a
is kind
much
of
better
That's
like.
Yeah, that has become very commonplace now, right? There's a lot of intermixing, but at the time that was like
yeah, like you could go to
obviously
like
not in territory days, and you go to a WC. I mean, a big Puro star
yeah,
coming on their reputation as a Puro
as
star.
yeah, like nowadays, like you can go to GCW or whatever, and like depending on
Yeah, I
what they're
see Masato
booking,
Tanaka or something.
yeah, you could see Masato Tanaka or Jun Kasai or something, like because they'll just do random like trips over here and have take a couple bookings and then go back, or even like you can go to like conventions and see guys like Great Muta and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean getting to see somebody like Kobashi as like your first time kind of guy is crazy. I did want to use this opportunity to gush a little bit about Mr. Niebla, um, because like this has been a like this year revelation for me, finding Mr. Niebla, and the first match I watched was the match that I brought on the podcast with him and the rest of Peste Negra against Sky Team. And like
Good match.
yeah, like him in that
Great
moment,
match, great feud.
like he stuck out to me because maybe it was because I had seen some more of the Casa stuff and the Felino stuff, right? So like
Yeah,
he
those are Mount Everest guys. What's the
yeah, and so like
thing
seeing
in Mount Everest? I'm
he
sure they don't have one.
seeing him like
Thing like that.
in the kind of middle of them really stuck out to me, but then like going on the dig of him and like reaching out to guys like Jom and Foos and guys like that, and like them kind of guiding me in the direction to find stuff that I still genuinely want to bring to this podcast, and I've just been kind of waiting for the right moment, like the him and Shocker like bloodbath match,
Yes.
and even just like going back and seeing some of his stuff and like the 98 stuff like that, where it's just like random trios matches and he just does like crazy shit, and then going further watching like random Coliseo main events with him in it, and just I said this to some of the other guys we were watching stuff with. We were watching a Niebla match in VC, um, one I think that was like Friday night, and I was like, the thing about Mr. Niebla, no matter what point in his career that you watch him, it could be like super early 97 stuff when he's like really athletic, but he's still trying to make a name for himself. Or all the way up to like 2017 when he's, knees don't work. There's a chance he's intoxicated and he's just really there and like he's gonna play the hits. But like no matter what era you watch, he will do something. At least one thing a match, if not multiple, where you're just like, I have never seen anybody do something like that before. Like it is, to me, like this one of my favorite things. Like it's one of the gifts I have that I like send a bunch is him getting like uh up and overed by Dr. Wagner Jr. and then like turning around and then grabbing him and hitting a German suplex. Like
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
just
that's like La Parka for me. When I did the La Parka watch, it was the same thing. Every
Mhm.
match, I was just like, wow.
Yeah, it's like not every match is a great match. Not even every match that he's in is a great match. But at least one thing you will see is just like, holy shit! Like, where did you pull that out of? You know what I mean? And you're just like in
Uh-huh.
awe. Another like real first timer thing. Like first move. So like obviously I've been watching wrestling for a long time, and there's a substantial part of my life where I just watch a lot of WWE. So like seeing guys come in like Sami Zayn, who does, used to be the Yakuza kick, now it's the Haluva kick, whatever you want to call it. But he does it when he does it into the corner. You could see him do that 100 times. But when you watch Samoa Joe do it, when he like sets the guy in the chair and he does it into the barricade, it is an entirely different feeling than
Yeah, especially with those ROH barricades that
when their heads like go through
aluminum
it.
sign. Yeah,
Yeah, like every time you see it, like it's just as good as the last time. Just I don't know, stuff like that is beautiful. I'm trying to think of like stipulations, but I can't really think of any.
well, I remember the first Inferno match I ever saw. It fucking sucked.
I always thought Inferno matches were super cool because I played them on the game. Like that was like a good video game match for me. But then like seeing them in real life, they always suck.
Yeah, that actually might be like a bloom coming off the rose WWF moment, like in real time for me. Like, oh,
Dom,
sucks. This
what are
actually sucks.
what are some of your favorite firsts?
I don't know. I got everything off the internet. I'm pretty new, like compared to everyone else. The first time I watched CMLL, I was like, "Ooh, this is awesome. I like this. I'm gonna just keep watching." And then I didn't because it was hard to keep up, but I liked it.
Yeah, I'm bad at keeping up with current CMLL, but like I'll tune in every once in a
A
while.
lot, man. There's a lot of matches.
There's a lot of matches that are like super good.
Like if I'm not doing anything on like a Friday and like I see people starting to talk in like one of the chats about it, I'll like throw it on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess for you, like a lot of the stuff is like firsts. I mean, granted,
Dom, what was the? Do you remember what the first like '80s match you loved was? Putting you on the spot.
Jesus.
It's okay. I'm just curious about that transition because uh, we started talking like very early on
hmm
when I got back on Discord, me and Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, I've sort of seen that evolve. Not, I mean, Dom has impeccable taste. Like if you show him something good, he's like, "Oh yeah, this is fucking sick."
Yep.
Uh,
But I definitely went
or
for
I find
more.
Domism to be an honorable
Yes.
philosophy.
Thank you.
But
It's very.
I
Mhm.
know there was a point where it was like you didn't care for that stuff, and then you did. So I'm sure I could go back through our DMs and see what it was. But
I think
I
like
was definitely There's a point
like,
where I was more interested in like PWG style stuff where I'm like,
yeah.
ooh, I want excitement. And
yeah,
then at some point I was like, yeah, well, actually I
Well, I
just want to
think
watch people slap each
but
other.
yeah, that's like everybody. You just did it at like double speed
I was gonna say
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's
of the environment you came in on.
at some
Yeah,
point you
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of realize that like there is excitement in everything. You just kind of got to watch the right stuff. But yeah, like if you would have asked Dom a year ago for some match recommendations, there's a very high chance at least one of those is going to be like a random
Different.
2000s like indie match. And now like if you
I
ask
probably thought you 2000s, yeah, like a Ring of Honor.
yeah, like
But see, I did that. I mean, I did that too. It just took longer for me because of
Mm-hmm.
you were watching it
access
in
to
like
footage and
you were watching a lot of it in like live time too.
yeah. But I
I
mean, I've
was
said on
just
here before. I've got a well, I don't anymore. I gave away all my DVDs, but shout out to the people in the rehab group home who got my PWG DVDs. But
I definitely have a first where
I was
like
buying. But I said I wasn't
mhm,
buying Ring of Honor like in real time because I was in college. But I had a job, and I was
yeah.
buying like every PWG DVD for a good 2 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
You just did that in triple
A
speed.
lot, yeah, triple speed.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time I tried to show my friends wrestling, and I was like, "Ooh, this actually does not look as good anymore. I don't know what happened." And then I was like,
It's so weird to watch it through that lens. Like you're watching with somebody
"Yeah,
who's not into wrestling, and you're like, just wait, like it'll get.
yeah, just wait, dude. It's gonna get so cool." And then
Yeah.
it's like, "Ooh, I feel like such a fucking." And
It's
then I was like, "Man, I just don't want wrestling that waste my time anymore. I just want to see people that slap each other." And then
Yeah, that's like what we were talking about before the pod. Like, I'm not trying to watch like a long ass
yeah.
style match. Get
yeah,
to the
really.
damn fucking part.
Like I think a match like the match Dom brought today is like it's a good example of like you can do the like kind of slow or heat stuff, but still do it in a shorter format. Like, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
there's that portion of the
And I'm
middle of the
telling you, I'm
match.
gonna be sending that match to people. That's a fucking fire ass match that Tom brought this week.
But there's like that
Because
portion
of
in the
Von
middle of
Erich,
the
yeah.
match with him doing like when they're kind of working the claw stuff. That's like not, it's not like it's this like crazy big like spotty moment, but like it makes sense in the match
Yeah.
and there's enough
Awesome.
there's enough exciting stuff around it. You don't like get lost in it. And it's the
And they're
whole
selling it like death.
the
The
whole
announcers
match
are
is
too.
like maybe 10 minutes. Like yeah, it's that's a good case, but yeah, seeing like us getting to see Dom's progression I think has been very cool cuz like you said like both of you guys like, what the podcast was born out of is like it was a lot of the three of us just kind of throwing matches back and forth between us, or like me and Dom like kind of thinking of stuff and learning about stuff and just going to you, Albie, and being like, yo, what do you know about this,
Yeah, what do you know about this guru?
and like, so to get to see, like, getting to see Dom's kind of growth and also, like, my personal, like,
I love you guys are bringing stuff that I would never watch, and I think that's fucking awesome.
yeah, like, obviously my pick this week is a little more, uh, on the beaten path opposed to off of
Well,
it.
sometimes you just gotta pick a fucking
But there,
canon is the canon for a reason.
Yeah.
exactly. Uh-huh. But like, yeah, it's I never before talking to you guys or meeting you guys, I would have never known who Volcan was. I feel like that's a good
Yeah, probably
example.
stuff like that. That's true.
Like, and that's another one, getting to see a guy like Volcan for the first time, or even really just like seeing shoot style stuff and UWFI stuff for the first time. Like getting to see stuff like Nakano nose explosion for the first time is that's stuff that changes you forever, man. Like you know it makes you never want to watch, not never, obviously, like I don't hate it, but like after seeing stuff like that, I'm like I would much rather watch this and know that there's a high chance of some good shit than watching like a Hogan match where I kind of know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love to watch Hogan matches, but it does kind of
Hmm.
screw your third eye to the fact that like I don't just have to watch like the next wrestling show that is programmed to me. I can go watch like basically
Anything I want.
anything from any time and just watch fucking fire. Or I can go watch TV from 40 years ago and watch it like it was intended to be watched, and it's yeah,
Yeah,
fun.
like you were kind of doing with a lot of that Portland stuff. Just watching it
Yeah,
is.
so and I've started watching some of the IWE that Jom has been
Mm,
blogging about, and that's been incredible too. I think we need to have one of those matches pretty soon.
Of
um,
course, of course.
but yeah, I mean, obviously we could probably sit here and do this, talk about our firsts all the time. Like it is kind of one of those things that is an endless um thing, and like there's things I know for a fact that like exist in wrestling that I've not found yet. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I probably haven't watched enough Dusty Rhodes stuff. I've seen some stuff, but I don't think I've watched enough. I don't think I've seen a lot of the stuff that like people consider great. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, there's always something to watch. It's nice.
Yeah, like same thing with like Steamboat. Like I've not watched really any of the like famous like Flair Steamboat matches or anything.
They're
Um
good,
it's
real good.
Really?
yeah.
Oh man. Oh man.
Like I've even like obviously there's a reason I've stayed away from some of them because I don't know if my attention span can do the hour, but
Mhm.
Yeah. But they're worth it.
but yeah, like there are
Yeah, like the
first
Valentine Backlund hour matches, they're worth it. Some of them are worth it. It just takes two special guys or
Yeah,
ladies.
there
two special ladies to be beautiful and ladies.
there are some like firsts that I have yet
Giant
to
ladies.
have. Or like even on this pod was like the first uh Greg Valentine match I ever watched. Like I'd never watched Greg Valentine before until you brought him, and then I did the thing that I still get shit on for. Sorry, I put it at 2 times speed. My bad.
Well, we had a deadline to there. It's
Yeah.
context and situational.
I'm also ADHD as fuck, and sometimes my
Yes.
brain like is like, I don't want to watch this right now, but I need to watch this right now.
Yeah, I don't wanna. We all
I
have
literally
that.
I literally did that. No, take you behind the curtain today. I literally did that halfway through my match. Like not because it was boring, just because I was like I don't really want to watch this and take my notes right now, and I want to watch football because like football had just started.
Yeah. Sometimes it bees like that.
It's so awesome football.
um, but yeah, the pros and cons week 3 fucking all timer question. Really, I mean,
We love you, Connor.
we could probably spend another 20 minutes on this if we
Yeah,
really
talk
Sorry,
wanted.
about
good
for.
taste in music and movies too.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Yeah,
And comic books.
Yeah, awesome guy.
indeed.
Um, Dude of the week this week, previously mentioned superstar King Kong Bundy, R.I.P. Um,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Love you.
maybe one of the few unproblematic guys that from my very minor research. I didn't look too deep, but I didn't really see
I think
anybody.
he's clean as far as what we know.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm sure there are some stories that guys from the '80s are withholding because
And lying about.
Yeah, well, they maintain Omerta, except Marty Jannetty.
Marty Jannetty will tell all.
He will. Ask him about King Kong Bundy. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Even if it's not true, he will make up something and tell you.
Absolutely.
um. Yeah. Other than that, I think that's everything. For this week of the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week with something I don't really know yet. um. I don't know. We'll
A
figure it
good
out.
ass
A
podcast.
good ass
Yep.
podcast. Um. Other than that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on the socials if you don't already. Send us an email if you want to get a hold of us at fileunderfirepod@gmail.com. Check out any of the things that we do or our friends do, like the aforementioned Jom blog that he is currently working on.
His awesome blog, always awesome.
And other than that, we love you. We hope you have a good day or night or whatever time you listen to this. And we can't wait to talk to you again next week.
Later.
Bye.
Bye bye.